have been discussed all day long. We're talking about a system that is designed for your office and for your company. If there is, again, questions that you need to answer for yourself, what is the proficiency level of your managers? Do they proactively recruit? These are questions. What's the age of your manager? It does matter. Because managers sometimes have a way of doing things that they've always done it, and yet we're trying to attract, as we answered these other questions, an entirely different group of agents. Therefore, how do we do these things differently? So answering these questions helps you fit a program. It doesn't mean that we can shove a program down the throat of a manager who's always done something one way, but it does mean that we can create some accountability systems so that we know what's happening as we send out those leads. Again, the systems described earlier on, we get a lead from on the internet, 87% of leads are generated, and we're calling back in seconds. Give the same attention to what you're doing with your people side of the business. This is probably one of the most important features of leads that we use when we send out leads to a person responsible for following up. First and foremost, do you accept this lead? If it happens, the clock starts ticking. If I send you an email that says we got a new lead that came into the company, and you take a day or 2 days to follow it up, and you get an Excel spreadsheet back 3 or 4 days or a week later that says, oh yeah, I tried to call him, I've got 2 or 3 calls into him. We don't know that, in fact, if you missed the opportunity to follow up on that lead immediately, you probably moved a hot lead to warm, and if not cold. So the initial email that goes out that says, do you accept it or do you reject it? Our clock starts ticking. We then ask you what's happening with that lead. If we have managers that have done things and they always do it one way, they're not going into a database to manage those leads, fine, we'll send you an email that has has all of the milestones. Have you contacted them? Have you interviewed them? And you simply check it off in an email, put in your notes, and it's done. You never have to log into a system, but what does that mean to the organization? I can begin to get this great data that helps drive my business decisions that I make every day. I can coach and mentor, going back to that perfect business model and business plan. I coach and mentor my managers. We've had statistics and studies that have gone from, you saw the 50% of leads didn't get follow-up. We were at 23% actually on a very large sample in the thousands. 23% of leads were being followed up. When we went to accept and reject, 95% of the leads ended up getting follow-up. 95%. That's how you improve through your human capital. I'm running out of time. I think I'm right on, again, your best practice model as we describe. So as you talk and think and see systems and want to integrate them into what you're doing, start off with your business plan around recruiting. It is your most important asset. And where does everything that you do fit into this plan? It's important to the success of your business long term. I've seen complete recruiting solution. I saw in some of the publication it's compelling. We're hitting all those things. It's complete and there's a compelling reason to do it. How'd I do on time? Perfect.